Philip? All right. You know what? People might be tempted to think that we're going... I wasn't expecting you to come in dressed like Frankenstein.
It's funny, hey? Because Toby Hooper, you'd think with his name attached to it, this one is going to be an absolute nail-biter. Is it?
Oh, you're thinking Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Eaten Alive. What is this man going to give me now? Oh, okay. I suppose. Yeah, it's Funhouse.
Do you feel that Toby Hooper has been kind of like chasing the dragon ever since his first hit?
Well, you know what? He was asked to direct another movie, and he had to finish Funhouse.
E.T.
Can you imagine his career had he actually done E.T. instead of this?
Can you imagine? It's like, hey, Steve, listen, man, this little alien movie that you're working on, that's cool, but I've got something with, like, albinos.
Oh, I can't wait to get into this movie.
To say that this movie is not frightening is not entirely true. It's unsettling, but for the most part, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It starts out pretty good. It does have boobs in the very beginning.
Okay, well, let's just get right into the plot here right now before we get into the boobs and all that, because that is kind of setting the tone for this film. Corey, what's Funhouse about?
All right, 4 teens. Basically, they smoke some weed. They go to a carnival.
Hold on a second. I need you to back up a second. How many teens did you say?
There's 4 teens, right?
How old is Cooper Huckabee in this film, man? Buzz, the boyfriend. Jesus Christ, man. Like, this guy's a gas station attendant?
How old is he?
Well, I did a little bit of research on this film, and at the time of shooting of this, which was about 1980, Cooper Huckabee was actually 30 years old.
So it's 3 teens and this old gas station attendant.
He is like the original Wooderson.
Been thinking about getting back in school, though, man.
But they don't call him a teen, though. At the same time, he's just this dude who's got wheels, and he's just cruising for young chicks, and he's picked up this this girl who, I gotta tell you, as far as leading ladies go, man, it's like I threw a flaccid tantrum when it came to her.
Were you not at all titillated in the beginning when immediately we saw breasts in the beginning of the movie?
No, because who's actually perving on her?
Her brother, the little...
Oh God! Oh Jesus Christ!
Okay, so the kids decide they're gonna stay in this Funhouse ride overnight.
Extraordinarily Scooby-Doo right off the bat.
It is, right? So it feels kind of goofy. There's a lot to unpack here because it's hard to talk plot without talking characters.
Kevin Conway is incredible in this film, and he plays like the 3 Barkers, and he really does creep out Elizabeth Burge.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's before anything else happens.
But it's true though, the film is just riddled with atmosphere. You could smell it. You could smell the popcorn, you can smell the booze off the carny that was actually running the Tilt-A-Whirl. You know that. We've all experienced that.
There's something creepy about carnivals in general, isn't there?
But it is really the star of this film.
Philip, can I say, you said something about this movie before that makes perfect sense here. You want to get romantic with a woman? You don't show her Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's too freaky, it's too dark, it's too visceral. If you really want to get loose on the couch with your woman, this is a great movie to do it.
Oh yeah, she's just like, oh my God, that's so, hold me. Is it really that dark in the world? But it's not like hanging on a meat hook alive, because that shit...
Because, you know what, there's a lot of sympathy to be played in this movie towards that poor monster wearing a monster's face all day, working at this dirty carnival.
When you see that 2-headed cow, when you see that stillbirth mutant baby inside that tube, like, it doesn't freak you out, it's just like, you feel sad.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's not too scary on date night. That's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, like, it still wouldn't be inappropriate to somewhat expect a hand job.
It's not Last House on the Left.
Hey girls.
You don't show that to a woman when you're like, I think I'm gonna get lucky tonight with Last House on the Left. There's not a lot of death in this, really, when you think about it, and most of the death occurs well over an hour into the movie, except for that awesome fortune teller.
What triggers off the madness in this film?
Technically, the fortune teller has a side gig as a prostitute, right?
She's a hooker.
For $100, she agrees to have sex with that Frankenstein dude.
Hold on now, no, it was for a hand job.
Well, no, but I think he thought he was paying for sex, which is what sets him off, really.
He actually got very, very excited right away, and that's cool, right?
He feels wronged. The customer's always right.
Customer is always right. She's a fucking carny, dude.
Yes. So that's kind of what sets him off. He's really pissed off because it was $100 for like a 10-second hand job, essentially.
Yeah, no shit, it sets him off, man, and he kills her.
He kills her in the fit of rage, and who sees it but those three teens and that old dude that they're hanging out with? Now they know they have witnesses. What do you got to do to the witnesses?
I've got bills to pay, and I've got a son that looks like that. I'm gonna do what needs to be done.
Which is what they do.
I don't consider this a slasher film, and as far as killers in movies, how do you feel about the albino, the monster Gunther?
You know what? I can't begin to describe Gunther, to be honest, because he is such a monster that it almost pulls me out of the movie.
He can't help but be a monster, because he is.
Like, I want him to be disfigured, but he looks too alien-like to me.
But if they made him like Eric Stoltz in Mask, it would be beyond tragic.
Absolutely.
I don't feel that anyone in this film is actually a bad guy. I feel that it's like a film that has a bunch of shitty people put in a bunch of shitty situations.
Yeah, but arguably I'm gonna say the people murdering people are shittier than the other people, though.
They're just trying to get some food, dude.
I know, but they're murdering people. You know, like, they've done it before. Now they're turning on their own.
I understand, but what do you think is going on up here inside this mind?
Oh, I don't think there's much going on. Well,
I do. I think that he's probably coming of age.
it's like my so-called life if it starred Gunther.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to process this shit. It's so goddamn sad.
It's not as sad when you describe it as a coming-of-age movie, though. I'm telling you.
Can you imagine how different The Breakfast Club would be if Gunther was there?
Oh, God, that would be amazing, yeah? Pretty in Pink?
That motherfucker could have had a contract with Vidal Sassoon.
He's like Shadow Stevens. Beautiful head of hair.
Oh, God. Can you imagine if Gunther was not a character but an actual actor that showed up in films?
Here we are, 81. It's not the biggest movie of all time, but I think it's safe to say that we both enjoy this movie.
Not only enjoyed it, loved it. It's tastefully done. It's got definitely a vibe. It's creepy. And let's get a little bit snobby here. The anamorphic widescreen presentation of this film and lighting and color that would make Mario Bava cream his jeans, man. Come on.
And that's our review. Loved it.
So the next time that you're out there and you feel like you're in your 30s and you want to go cruising for some like 17-year-olds, this is the film that's going to justify your existence.
Stay inside, but time passes slowly. Save pop culture.
But she was game for it. I think she had a good time filming it. But she was like, this is a career ender for me. Like, I was nominated for 2 Academy Awards and now I'm jerking off Gunther.
When this madness is finally over, I can serve the next person in line. Can't stop working, that leads to thinking I'ma catch this deadly disease. I got one friend who always reminds me that it's life.